Hey everyone, I am back with a video that I've been wanting to make and waiting to make because you know how it is, you order things and you think they're all going to come in at the same time and they don't. So anywho, this is for anyone who lives in states that have an actual winter time. So everybody deals with this to varying degrees, and it's dry skin. All right, so I wanted to actually talk about lotion. Now, I am a huge believer that, you know, having some barrier on your skin, especially in the winter time, is beneficial. I mean, with me, my hands just crack and bleed whenever they are constantly, you know, in the water, washing dishes, you name it, you know, dealing with my toddler potty training and whatnot. And it's just horrible. And so in the past, I had used a lot of Vaseline or Vaseline mixed with lotion, just various things at one point in time, just to try to, you know, have a barrier there. But of course, you know, you wash your hands and there you go again. So anywho, I have come now to the understanding and knowledge that, you know, natural items that you put on your skin are best for sure. So I've kind of shied away from the Vaseline, though I do still use it, hey, you know, on occasion. But I wanted to try out something that I had been seeing on Etsy, and that was whipped lotion, whipped shea butter. Mainly it was shea butter, so, but whipped. Okay, so I'm thinking, all right, it's lighter, it's airier. Now my daughter, my toddler, has a just very deep yellow tinted shea butter, and so it's just all natural color, everything. I love it for her skin. You know, she has I won't say it's eczema, but it's just, you know, some little bumps that are on her arms typically, and it really helps with it. But even after getting out of the bath, and you know, it's really hard to apply. So I wanted to at least try something for myself in the hopes that if it actually works and works well, then I can end up finding something for her. Now for me, I like scent, and my favorite scent is vanilla. Absolutely, hands down, all-time favorite. So I went ahead and on Etsy, I ordered 3 different shea, well, I guess you could just call it natural whipped body butter. There you go. That's, you know, whipped body butter. So ordered 3 different ones. All right. So I just wanted to make a video and, you know, share with you guys how these are. They're from 3 different Etsy companies. And I researched and tried to get, you know, definitely between the best deal, as well as reading through tons and tons of reviews. I wanted to make sure that it was something that I wanted. I wanted to have something that was lighter, but definitely moisturizing. I also wanted to have something that had a really good vanilla scent, and preferably that would end up lasting. And of course, as natural ingredients as possible. And to me, less is more. So, all right, without further ado, let's get started. All right, first up, we have Etched is the company, and they actually have a website called welletched.com, and I will post everything down below so you guys have that and can take a look if you want. This is whipped body butter. It says deeply moisturizing and non-greasy. That's another thing. I wanted something that wasn't going to be greasy. I had at one point used a lot of body oils, which I still do love, but I hate getting grease stains out. I mean, if you guys, I'll link to my video on how to get out stains, primarily grease, but I don't want to have to do that every single time, or I don't want to have to wait until, you know, it kind of dries before I get dressed for the day. So just don't have time for that. All right. So we'll definitely see about the non-greasiness on here. So this one is 16 ounces. The ingredients are shea butter, mango butter, water, emulsifiers, Optifen, which I know, again, I have researched, heard of, don't recall, and then fragrance oils. So I did want something that was going to have more of a just natural essential oil, you know, added. So their scent for my vanilla is vanilla bean. So pretty large container. And don't ask me how I'm fully going to test these out, but we're just going to try and figure it out. So I was thinking, okay, you guys have to help me out with this. Smell-o-vision. I think that's something. Years ago, maybe it was a cartoon or a silly commercial or whatnot, but I thought about that because I thought, man, I wish I had something where I could just be like, here, you guys smell, do you smell that? But yeah, I don't know. So help me out with that. Where did that come from? Or am I just making it up on my own? Hopefully not. All right, back to lotion. All right, so it's a very light scent. I like that it's lighter on the vanilla side, but again, I love vanilla, period. So we'll see actually how close these all smell to each other. So I like it. I love that it's really filled up, to the brim on it. And consistency definitely looks whippy. Whippy, sorry. Oh, the sun's shining. It's a great day. Okay, so here is the consistency. Not too bad. All right, so I'm going to I guess I'll just do my arms because I didn't put on any scents today and I actually didn't lotion up my arms today. So we're gonna try 1, 2, 3. We'll just give it a go. All right, so I'm gonna put this one on here. And that is a whole heap and lot. Okay, we're gonna take off some of that. Trial and error. Now I'll know how that goes. Okay, so I'm rubbing it in. Nice and soft. Okay, so it is soft. I love the feel of it, very light. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of rub this way and that way and that. Okay, I won't sing, sorry. Okay, so that rubbed in really, really well. I know it's kind of hard to see on here, but there's not really any shine to it. And I'm just kind of using the light to look at it. Not a whole lot of shine to it. I can hardly tell that it's even there, but it's definitely moisturized. My test that I almost always end up using is kind of like the scratch test because, when you do, and you'll probably see it on here, when you do one of these things, okay, maybe not. Anyway, it's white. It's coming up white at the bottom here because it's just dry. So I'm going to do a scratch test here. Yeah, nothing. I like it. I really, really like it. And as far as scent, I think once it goes on the skin, it doesn't smell as much. It's even lighter, which is kind of a takeaway for me because, again, I want something that I can put on that's almost like a perfume plus a lotion combined in one, so I don't have to do two separate things. But I do have vanilla, just essential body oil that I can add on top of that, just a little bit. So I like it. I do like it. I love, like I said, definite positives. It just rubs in well. Did not need a lot in that section. It's non-greasy, like they said, plus. All right. And again, the scent, it's okay. It's okay. All right. Moving on to the next one. Close that up. Okay. So next up we have Elysium Naturals Company Natural Whipped Body Butter. Ingredients are shea. Actually, they break it down. So the butters are shea, kokum, mango, and sal. The oils are almond, jojoba, olive, and rosehip, hemp, avocado, grapeseed, and coconut. Tells you shelf life is up to 2 years as long as it's stored in a cool, dry place. Seal after each use. Happy got home. Okay. All right. So this also, because of my vanilla scent, is a vanilla bean scent. So there's the top. I don't know why that's like, it's probably because it's super bright. Sorry about that. And then we have the label right here, which is really hard to see too. Happy just walked in. All right. So this one, again, filled to the brim. Nice. All right. Scent test. Wow. That's more. And the toddler's walking in. All right. She's happy now. All right. Back to where I was. Okay. So we are trying out again the Elysium Naturals Company one. And what I was going to say, okay, so this vanilla bean, it doesn't smell like vanilla bean. And if anybody knows and they've actually cooked with the vanilla bean, it's just a specific scent. And this is more, I'm getting better about describing things, by the way. This is more icing, like vanilla icing is what I would say. Just with a twist, so Not bad, not bad. But again, the consistency looks pretty good. So we're going to give this one a try. And I'm not going to get that much this time. Okay. Whoa. Okay. This is harder. This is... Okay, as you guys see, it's almost like I could take a little ice cream scoop here. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm just going to take that much. So definitely not as light and fluffy as the Well Etched one. But again, we'll give it a try. So we're going to go in the center here. Put that on. Again, probably still took too much, but that's all right. Okay, so it's a little harder to apply. I mean, once it starts to warm up, it's fine. But again, it's winter time. I do need something that will stay light and whipped and fluffy for me because I don't want to sit there having to rub and then, you know, apply it to my skin. So it is now smooth and fine. I'll rub that in. Rubbing. On the other side. Okay. Takes a little bit longer to actually rub in though, and it does feel more oily. Just right off the bat. So, you know, the amount of slip that I'm having is a lot more. So again, hard to see. I terribly apologize, but take my word for it. In the light, I can definitely see that, hey, there's some oil of some sort on my skin. But it's moisturizing. I mean, that's great. Scent test on skin. It's not as, it definitely doesn't smell like the scent coming out of the jar. So it's not bad, but I can barely smell it. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and do this like all day. So sorry about that. It's all right. It's okay. Again, maybe you guys can see just kind of that shininess on my fingers. That's that greasiness. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a wipe really quickly so that I can, yeah, check out my cool shirt. Just do it later. I love sloths, by the way, so just had to throw that in there. I'll link to the Etsy store that this came from. Super awesome. Super love it. Okay. All right, I'm going to wipe my hand off so I can move on to the next one here. So again, pros on this one, I would say are, you know, it's moisturizing. Downside, I don't really like the scent, you know, and I know that some things kind of react differently with different people's, you know, body chemistries, but when I'm sticking with a specific, more of just a straight individual scent, nothing that's mixed, I really do feel like it should maintain whatever that fragrance is onto your skin. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to be washing my hands after applying this, just to make sure that I don't have, see, I just did it again, to get another wipe, that I don't have the grease on that. So, all right, wiping. All right, so last one. Now this one, I know it looks like, oh, okay. When I first got it, I was thinking, okay, I know this is from one of the Etsy stores that I ordered from, but I don't know what it is. And then I found, you guys see that plastic right there? Yeah, that. So I know I'm not judging on the label by any means. I mean, they make stuff and I don't, so I'm glad, I'm happy. But it is going to be a little bit difficult for me to read it and remember here. Okay. Whipped body butter, 4th Dimension vanilla. Now the brand, oh, come on. I should have actually kept the paper. I do have the paper, but it's in my file cabinet. Not getting it. All right, Carl Glass. Yes. I'll link it below. Okay, so essentially, if I can get at least the ingredients on here. Almost there. Ingredients: shea butter, mango butter, almond, aloe vera butter, jojoba, vitamin E, and fragrance. Okay, so, all right. So here's, I think it's probably the smallest jar. So that one's a wee bit bigger. That one's definitely bigger. Okay, so let's give it a try again. And I think this one was also just vanilla. Okay, so, all right, so that is what it's looking like. So I'm assuming that somewhere along the way, this lovely whipped butter was actually swirly whipped, and it was probably coming up when before they put the lid down, then in transit, yada yada, ended up with a big, you know, hole in it. So anywho, it looks fluffy. All right, so smell test. Ooh. That I would not say is vanilla. I mean, it's maybe vanilla, but it kind of reminds me of something that maybe my grandma would have worn. And I'm not that old. I'm old, but not that old. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? You know what? We'll apply it and we'll see if it changes. All right. So consistency. All right. Also a little hard. Not as hard as the Elysium one, but a little bit. So I will take some. I'm trying to take enough for my arm. All right. All right. So we're going to do the section that's usually, okay, I'm already getting like gritty. It's gritty. I don't know why. So section that's usually super, super dry, you know, our elbows. All right, so a little tough to rub in. We're getting there. Yeah, I don't like this. It's like I feel like I have to kind of do one of these numbers to get all the grit off. Okay, so rub that in there. I see a little bit of residue, you know, just like the grease residue kind of just in the sun. So I know it's there. I don't think it's as heavy as the Elysium one. Okay, smell test. Why did I put it all the way over there? Like I'm gonna actually, we're gonna make this work. Okay, we're putting it here because I can do this. Oh my gosh. Thanks. Mommy brain. Okay, so I'm gonna rub it there. Okay. I was really hoping that scent would change onto my skin. It really was. It just, yeah, not, I love vanilla. Doesn't smell like vanilla. So, all right. Kind of disappointed that it's a little less than full, but understandable if it happens to be kind of fluffy or whipped. Again, it's not as hard to get out of the container, but that grittiness, I don't know what that grit is specifically that was going on. And then the scent. Okay, so I think this just kind of has like 3 strikes against it. So it may become a gift for a friend. So I don't, you know, hey, not my cup of tea, maybe somebody else's, but yeah, not my thing. I'm gonna get a wipe again. Okay, make sure all the grit's off. Okay, something did not blend in as well. And that's the thing I expect with a whipped butter, that it's going to be just smooth and creamy. Yeah. All right, so Elysium, I, you know, like that it's full, don't like that it's harder to apply, nor that, you know, there's kind of a greasy-ish element to it that I keep, see, I did it again, like I wiped that section and it's on my hand again. Don't necessarily like that. Again, the scent's not bad. It's barely there. It is what it is. So, you know, I'll think about keeping this one. This, I think, is going to be the winner. I mean, out of all 3, and something that I'm just going to end up using daily, you know, it's full. It is a good lighter vanilla scent, even though it wasn't heavy on my own skin. I'm going to actually put some on my arm over here. So, and that just rubs right in. I love that. So I know this is going to go a long way, literally. So yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it most smells like vanilla. It really does. So, all right, the winner goes to Well Etched. So awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you have, I can speak. I hope you have enjoyed this video and just me sharing about different lotions. If you guys have found something on Etsy that you absolutely love, that is meeting my criteria of something that's light, something that's non-greasy, I should have probably read and looked more for that. But again, I'm kind of new to this department. and something that really captures vanilla scent, and especially if it stays throughout the day. I mean, obviously I'm going to be reapplying it, you know, hand wise and whatnot, but if I just, you know, do an all over body lotion, I just want it to, I want to smell like vanilla. All right, let me know. Definitely please post down below in the comments. And, you know, if I happen to get something else in, then I will do another video if I come across something that I really, really love. But I would definitely say check this out if you guys are interested. And yeah, so thank you again for joining me. I need to go probably feed the toddler again. We all know how that goes. Have an awesome rest of your day and catch me in the next video. Bye.